Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plans.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Gonna get out, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Cross ice, and it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Gonna get out, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham, score! Ethan Cunningham, hat trick, game-winning goal. The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup, and Ethan Cunningham is a local hero.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
PIHL High School Hockey Night Live is on TenbandTV. Good evening and welcome to the Mount Lebanon Rec Center. Matt Vandriak with you here on TBTV. Tonight is the South Hills rivals, which I just said. Mount Lebanon and Upper St. Clair will clash. Thought this game might have a little more meaning to it. But North Allegheny defeated Franklin Regional 4-1 earlier. With that, Upper St. Clair is the 8th place team in the AAA classification, so the Panthers are in. Thought they were going to have to play for it here tonight, but by virtue of Franklin Regional losing, they're 4 points behind Upper St. Clair, so the Franklin Regional Panthers cannot catch the USC Panthers. Only one game left, regardless of what happens here tonight for Upper St. Clair and Mount Lebanon. For the teams on the ice, here's what we got. Upper St. Clair 7-10-2 on the season, 21 points. 8th place in AAA. Mount Lebanon 3-14-1, 11 points. Tied for 10th place. The Blue Devils will not qualify for the postseason. They're open to get out of the basement as they're battling with Fox Chapel right now for what would be last place in AAA. Mount Lebanon, they've scored 44 goals in the season, allowed 68 goals against. Blue Devils averaging 2.3 goals per game, allowing an average of 3.6 goals against. Mount Lebanon tied with Upper St. Clair for 10th in goals scored. The Blue Devils also 9th in goals against. After starting the new year with 2 losses, Upper St. Clair has won 3 games in a row coming into tonight and would like to head into the playoffs hot with a 4-game winning streak. Panthers scoring 44 goals in the season. They've allowed 61 goals against. USC averages 2.3 goals per game, allows an average of 3.2 goals against. The Panthers are tied for 10th in AAA in scoring and are 6th in the classification in goals against. Upper St. Clair, they're led by the dynamic duo of Nevin Shigan-Sanowski and Nico Gallardini. Both of those players have 15 points on the season. Shigan-Sanowski has 10 goals and 5 assists. Gallardini has 7 goals and 8 assists. And in goal for Upper St. Clair, Owen Laurent. He's rendered every decision for USC this season. Laurent 7-10-2 on the season, 2.76 goals against average, .906 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Mount Lebanon, they have 4 players who have reached double digits in scoring on the season. Lebo's led by Cameron Mayer, 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. Xavier Bias, he has 13 points, 9 goals and 4 assists. Will White also with 13 points, 7 goals and 6 assists. And Graham Ressler, 10 points on the season, 5 goals and 5 assists. In goal, Sam Shin has been the go-to guy. Shin 12-2 on the season, a 3.59 goals against average, and an .879 save percentage. Round number 2 between these teams on the season. Upper St. Clair won the first meeting in a 5-4 shootout thriller back on November 20th at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. Mount Lebanon led that game 4-1 in the third period before USC scored 3 goals in the final frame. The equalizer came with 1:02 left in regulation. Nevin Shigan-Sanowski had 4 points for Upper St. Clair with 2 goals and 2 assists. He also scored the shootout winning goal. Nico Gallardini had 3 assists for the Panthers in the win. Xavier Bias had a goal and an assist for Mount Lebanon. Will White had 2 assists. Owen Laurent stopping 28 of the 32 shots he faced to backstop the win for the Panthers. Sam Shin turned aside 29 of the 33 shots he faced in the losing effort. Setting it up at center red, the Blue Devils will be the home team. They're decked out in the, maybe the third jerseys here tonight. The yellow with the white and blue trim. Left to right, Upper St. Clair, the visiting Panthers will move decked out in the dark black jerseys with the white and red trim. So Upper St. Clair locked in as the 8th seed. They cannot move up. South Fayette winning 4-3 over Peters Township, clinched the 7th spot for South Fayette, which means the playoffs will be Seneca Valley as the top seed against 8th place Upper St. Clair. Peters Township as the 2 seed against 7th place South Fayette. Other things still to be decided because with North Allegheny's victory tonight, that jumbles up that 3rd, 4th spot. And also South Fayette and Pine Richland will meet each other. They have some battles as well to still be determined. So South Fayette still actually could move up. So don't quote me there yet. They're not completely locked in the 7th place, but the worst they could do is 7th place. Anyway, to the action in front of us. Upper St. Clair from the draw drives in. Ripped from the right point there from Jordan Luca goes wide. Sorry, not Luca. That was 91. Sheegan Sanowski. Nico Gallardini out there as well. Top line out here for both sides. Lebo has one game left after tonight. They closed the regular season out at the Barrow Complex in Warrendale against top seed Seneca Valley next week. Upper St. Clair done after tonight, and they will meet Seneca Valley in the first round of the playoffs. That is cemented. Peters Township will be the 2 seed. South Fayette will have a chance. We'll talk standings later. We got some time to do that. Let's get to the action. Shot on, save made, rebound, score! Lebo strikes early. Laurent made the first save, but he couldn't control the rebound. And it bounced onto the stick of Cameron Mayer, who followed it up and puts it home. Mayer is his 9th of the season. And Mount Lebanon, 43 seconds into this one, out to a 1-0 lead. And the Blue Devils. An unassisted goal. And here come the Panthers back the other way. Yassine Al-Shalani tries to bully his way to the net. Couldn't make anything happen. Comes back to the neutral zone. Owen Taylor will dump it in. And Lebo regroups in their own end. Up the far side. Zachary Lynham. Icing caught against the Blue Devils. And we'll bring the draw back into the home zone to our right. Mentioned Upper St. Clair coming in here with 3 straight wins after starting the 2026 calendar year with 2 losses. So the Panthers will definitely want to keep the momentum going to the playoffs. Point shot, save made. Shin making the stop on that left point try there from Upper St. Clair's Quinn Caslin. Panthers pressing. Able to get it out, though, are the Blue Devils. Here comes Powers back the other way. Liam Powers dumps. Chasing around there for the Blue Devils is Josh Lehman. USC sets up behind their net. As they work here for an equalizer. Steal by the Blue Devils. Lehman from the point, fed all the way back in. And USC will set it up again. The left side. Caslin turned back. Alex Hess turns it out for USC. Back to the Mount Lebanon zone, and here come the Blue Devils back through center red. Trying to move it ahead here. It's Ben Curda back behind the USC net, and Connor Ruffner for the Panthers. Can't get it out, stolen. Curda setting up. In front, redirect goes wide as he had a man breaking towards the net there. Couldn't quite put it on in tight. Xavier Bias couldn't connect on that redirection. Gets a good look from the left circle, but can't put it home. And the score remains 1-0 here in favor of Mount Lebanon. Comes Jake Tier. Breaks the zone. Tier. Rising shot. Fought off with the blocker there. That's actually not Sam Shin, but that's August Zentner, the senior, getting the start here tonight for Mount Lebanon. So used to Sam Shin, who's played so much for the Blue Devils this year. But Zentner is the man in goal. Zentner on the season, 1-2, 4.23 goals against average, and an .833 save percentage. Chance back the other way. Bias goes all the way to the far post, but can't put it in. Laurent went to Splitsburg and was able to keep Bias off the board. Bias, all the moves, but ran out of real estate there as he got in tight. And Laurent able to stretch out there with the left leg and make the save. Lebo working it down low. Hustling into the corner here from Mount Lebanon is Keller Dungan. Dungan on top of a USC player down there. Kept in. Curta trying to spin away from a check here on the left wing boards. Curta dumping it back behind the net. Hustling after it there for Upper St. Clair. Trying to find an exit here. Is Cooper Stutzman. Puck finds Gallardini. Gallardini trying to work his way in. He's cut off neatly on a good defensive play there by Nathan Tran for the Blue Devils. Tran will find that puck in his own zone. Here comes Tran. Working it across centerette. Dumps it in as the Blue Devils change behind the play. And hustling it after it here for St. Clair. Schuster. Mount Lebanon player fouled on that exchange. Out with it. Here's Ryan Spera. Spera dumping it in. Going to give chase into the far corner. Cut off. Spun out by Jacob Tier. Jake Tier going to dump it back in. Sam Kashani working there, but Mount Lebanon is going to come out. Trying to work up the right side there was Zachary Lynham. And kept in for a second. Blue Devils get it back to centerette and turned back in by USC there. Quinn Caslin. Up the far side. Trying to find Will White. Comes back to Mayer in center red circle. Bangs it all the way back to the Upper St. Clair net where Laurent will stick it aside. Here comes USC. Steal. Will White active on this shift. Kashani able to move the puck over past there. Cooper Church. Tier firing wide for the Panthers as Mount Lebanon sets it up again. Back behind the net. Blue Devils set it up. Here comes Will White. White stolen. And then Luca has his pocket picked. He tried to break the line. Good stick by Cooper Church to break it up. Luca steals another. Church takes it back. Through the neutral zone for Mount Lebanon. Cooper Whalen dumping it all the way back behind the USC goal. Owen Laurent there. Playing it around here to the near side. Luca trying to work through two Blue Devils. Church keeps it in at the left point. Spinning with the puck there is Tucker Klasnick for the Blue Devils who work behind the net. Klasnick tries to push it in front. Nobody home. Klasnick comes back to Church at the left point. Church shoots towards the net looking for a redirection. It goes all the way to the far wall instead. Shot from a tough angle wide. The Blue Devils battle. Cooper Church has been active in the offensive zone on this shift. Josh Lehman can't put it on. Church at center red bangs it ahead. Cooper Whalen putting it back behind the net. Owen Taylor. Stolen. Back to the point. Shot on redirect. Big save in front as Charles Bank on the doorstep almost tipped that one home. And Laurent closed the door. Shot from the left circle. And a save made there on Josh Lehman. Behind the net, Liam Powers trying to spin away from the defensive Upper St. Clair. And the Panthers finally trying to make an exit. Gallardini going to lead the charge back. Gallardini 1-on-3, felt on the play, and has it taken away from Bank. Bank trying to move that puck ahead, looking for Liam Powers. And does not connect. As Mount Lebanon going to bring it back the other way. Dungan going to dump and chase. Or dump and change this time. It's Mount Lebanon. Jake Tier finds it behind his own net. Here comes Tier leading the charge. Tier pushing it ahead to Stutzman. Stolen back. Tier into the slot. Taken by Lebo. Here come the Blue Devils back the other way. Xavier Baez with the man break into the net. He just could not connect with Ben Kurt on that effort. Ford Schmidt bullying his way behind the net. Centering, try, nobody home. From the far board, shot on and fought off. Good stop by Laurent on Baez's offering from the far side. Shot from the point, and it deflects out a play. As Sam Eberhardt got his signals crossed a bit there with William Varhala, but they talk it over. For St. Clair, coached by Dave Stock out in Lebanon. led by Jeremy Church. And the face-off one. And the Panthers going to send this one the length. And icing called against USC. Bring the face-off back into the visitor zone to our left. Face-off in the left wing circle. They're going to move to the right side. Mayer will take the draw for 11 for Mount Lebo. Against Spera. Face-off won by Mount Lebanon. Trying to take it strong to the net there was Zachary Lynham. Nobody home. And now back the other way. Here comes Upper St. Clair. Spera. Rising shot. Save made. And the rebound covered up by August Zentner. So Zentner, the senior, likely getting the call here tonight because this is Mount Lebanon's final home game of the season. Again, the Blue Devils close out their regular season next Thursday night at the Barrel Complex in Warrendale against Seneca Valley. Face-off one comes back to Quevedo at the right point. Jackson Quevedo dumps it down low. Hustling after there for Upper St. Clair. It's Brooks York. It's Lebo that comes away with the puck back to the red line and then dumped back in by Upper St. Clair's Justin Schuster. He's on the right side of the red for the Panthers. Up the far side here, we see Zachary Lynham trying to move it ahead there to Mayer, but taken back. And then another chance for Lynham. Here comes Zachary Lynham. Bounces off a check there by Kashani. Lynham spinning, but unable to get through the entire USC defense. Working hard, Lynham to the net. Just forgot the puck on his way there. Centering try and the save made. Zachary Lynham everywhere from Mount Lebanon, getting that backhander on from low in the circle. And Owen Laurent makes the save for USC. Face off in the left wing circle to the right of the Upper St. Clair net and goaltender Owen Laurent. It is won by Mount Lebanon. Centering try looking for Kyle Quigley in the slot. Nobody home. Back the other way we see Alex Hess. Long shot. Stick save made there by Zentner. To the corner. USC comes away with it. Holden Taylor pushing it back behind the net. Weston Engelbert after it there for the Panthers, but the Blue Devils get it back to the neutral zone. A steal, now a lead pass back the other way. Hustling from Mount Lebanon there is Tucker Klasnick, but the Panthers get there first. Dungan from the left point. Engelbert deflects it wide. This one's roofed all the way back to the Lebo end by Jake Tier. Tracking it down for Mount Lebanon was Graham Ressler. Back through the center circle, spinning away is Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski. Shot on, good block by Mount Lebanon. Able to get in front of it was Keller Dungan. First man to the puck there for Lebo is Tucker Klasnick. Reverses back here to the near side. Dungan can't get it out as Jake Tier keeps it in. Tier tees it up, and then it's redirected in front and wide. Another try. Stutzman got the redirect on the first one, but couldn't quite tip it to the net. Gallardini. Good steal by Mount Lebanon. Cooper Whalen going to send this one the length of the rink. And played out here by Laurent. Ahead, Jack to Sheegan-Sanowski off the cuff of the glove. Save, rebound covered as August Zentner tested. But he comes up with a couple of big saves there to keep Mount Lebanon on top 1-0. So had Franklin Regional got a win, would have made this one a little more interesting. Upper St. Clair would have needed a win to secure as Mount Lebanon ices the puck. But with the Franklin Regional Panthers losing to North Allegheny tonight, that secures Upper St. Clair the 8th seed And with South Fayette defeating Peters Township in our first game here at Mount Lebanon tonight, that locks Upper St. Clair into the 8th spot. They can get no higher. This is their final regular season game of the season. But the Panthers definitely have the momentum in their favor. As I mentioned, they've won 3 in a row coming in tonight. This one's headed to the crowd. Face-off win, shot to the net, and the save made as Brooks York put it on, and Zentner kept it out. Dump back behind the Lebo net, William Varhola. Lead feed coming out. Here comes Wrestler. Wrestler top of the circle, fires wide. I think that maybe Owen Taylor got a piece of that. Lebo looking, centering, nobody home. Trying to put that one on the tape with Ben Curta. Xavier Bias plays it back. Curta skating past Wrestler. Curta, circle shot. G-Love, glove, save Laurent. And he holds for the draw. And we'll face it off again in the visitor zone to our left. 5:05 left here in period number 1. Mount Lebanon leading 1-0. Only goal of the game coming 43 seconds in as Cameron Mayer tallied for the Blue Devils an unassisted goal. Our only marker on the board so far. Mount Lebanon dumping it back behind the USC net. To the far wall they battle. That scrum has 6 players involved in it. Referees say play on. And the puck still loose, so they battle for it there along that far wall. Lebo comes away with it, pushing it into the circle there, looking for Bank, but couldn't connect. Bank works behind the net now, over to the far boards, and fed back to neutral ice. There comes a chance. Sam Kashani tries to get around him, and Kashani to the net, coming out to cut it off is August Zentner. As Sam Kashani put on the moves. A great deke to get around the defense, but Zentner, aggressive, dives out and cuts the play off. Best scoring chance of the night there for Upper St. Clair on the fancy footwork of Sam Kashani. But August Zentner better. He comes up with his biggest stop of the night on the 6th Upper St. Clair shot. Battle on the far boards for it. USC comes away with it. Kashani centers, looks for Stutzman, finding his Shigan-Sanowski, and he puts the mesh in motion. Nevin Shigan-Sanowski pops the bottle with that rip. And USC gets the equalizer. Gallardini set it up. And Nevin Shigan-Sanowski, his 11th of the season, gives Upper St. Clair the equalizing goal. Zentner's been strong, but I don't think too many goaltenders are going to be able to make that save. We got a penalty now. As in the box for USC is Nico Gallardini, so not sure what happened after the play, but Gallardini, who set the goal up, is going to serve some time in the sin bin here. That'll send Mount Lebanon the first power play of the game. The Blue Devils power play converting at a 15.4% clip on the season. Upper St. Clair's penalty kill, killing at a 71.2% kill rate. Slashing was the call against Gallardini. In the opening meeting between these teams, special teams was the difference. As Mount Lebanon went 0 for 3 with the power play, while Upper St. Clair went 2 for 2 back on November 20th. That come from behind 5-4 shootout victory for the Panthers. Gallardini gets the only assist on the Shigan-Sanowski tally. And now the power play. Tran in the slot, pass down low. One too many passes there for the Blue Devils. To the point it comes. Curta to the right side. Shot on. Save made. Puck found and cleared. Good work by Upper St. Clair's Connor Ruffner. Halfway through the power play. Curta works it down, trying to get through the defense of Schuster, and he's cut off. Good job there by Justin Schuster. USC watches Lebo keep it. Tran takes it, drives down the left circle. Now switches positions there with Curta, and good work by Upper St. Clair's Ryan Spera to force that one out as we're under 30 seconds now left in this Mount Lebanon power play. Blue Devils break the zone. Taken away. Back to the red line. Mount Lebanon and some fresh skaters on behind the play. They'll dump in, need to get on side. They'll give Upper St. Clair an easy exit. And it's sent the length of the rink as the final 10 seconds of this Lebo power play will tick off the clock, and Upper St. Clair will get the penalty kill after getting the equalizing goal as well. Liam Powers, the right side for the Blue Devils. Try to connect there with Zachary Lynham, but a little too much on it. And now back the other way, here comes Gallardini, trying to get around Varhola. Gallardini to the net, lost control of the puck, then puts it on. Pad save, and the rebound covered by August Zentner. Gallardini did not get that first shot off, but he got the follow-up try, and Zentner stretching out the left leg to keep it out. Then the follow-up effort, Zentner got the glove down to get the whistle. Face-off one, Quevedo from the right point, goes down the boards. Gallardini fans on the shot attempt, pushing it back behind the net. Stutzman stood up on a good check there by Mount Lebanon's Zachary Lynham. Dungan can't keep it in, and back the other way now comes Josh Lehman. Lehman sidesteps a check there from Tier, but Tier knocked the stick out of Lehman's hands, that is. And USC comes back with it. Here comes Gallardini. Nico Gallardini brings it across center red, breaks the Lebo zone. Partially deflected shot there by Dungan is sticked aside by Zentner. Lebo back behind the net, trying to work their way out. Off the skate there of Mount Lebanon's Liam Powers and played back into the USC end. Panthers set it up. Sheegan Sanowski couldn't flag that one down. That gives Dungan the chance to bang it back through the neutral zone. Comes a chance back for Xavier Bias. Bias has a trailer, looks to go in front, and the pass behind the intended target as Bias is around real estate, and a good aggressive stick there by Laurent net for Upper St. Clair as well. Kept in by the Blue Devils. Tier tries to take it away, he can't. Backhander, big pad save made there as Curta took it to the net strong, and Laurent extends the right leg to get enough of it to keep it out. Curta, pocket picked, back the other way for Upper St. Clair. Quevedo fires wide as the first period comes to an end. 17 minutes of hockey in the books here from Mount Lebanon. Your score after one, Mount Lebanon 1, Upper St. Clair 1. We'll take a break and be back with your second period. You're watching PIHL High School Hockey Night live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Back here in Mount Lebanon, getting ready to get the second period underway. Class AAA matchup here. The Blue Devils and Upper St. Clair tied at 1 after 1. PIHL High School Hockey Night live on TenbandTV. Matt Vandriak with you here tonight. The team switch sides. USC will move right to left here in the second period. Mount Lebanon moves the opposite way. So we're tied at 1 after 1. 9-8 the shots in the first period in favor of Upper St. Clair. Blue Devils bringing it back up the left side. Shot from a tough angle, fought off by Laurent. Not a good look there from Mount Lebanon's Ben Curta. Then the whistle sounds. Faceoff will stay in the visitor zone too, all right. Cameron Mayer struck 43 seconds into the game for Mount Lebanon. USC would tie it at the 13-12 mark of the opening period. Nevin Shigan-Sanowski scoring from Nico Gallardini. Mayer's goal was unassisted. That was Mayer's 9th of the season. Shigan-Sanowski netting his 11th. But Jackson Rose brought it back. And then Sparrow's shot goes wide as Rose brought a big hit behind the net, redirect in front, and that misses the mark. As Upper St. Clair gets some momentum here. Rose from the right point, soft shot, deflects off of something, but hits the right pad of Zentner, who keeps it out. Schuster steals, he'll dump in. William Varhola chases it down there. Varhola sends it out as Lebo brings it back the other way. Here comes Zachary Lynham. Lynham tries to shoot through traffic. Good block there by Justin Schuster of USC. Loose puck still behind the net. Ryan Sparrow, the first man there for USC. And here comes Sparrow back the other way, leading the charge. Sparrow breaks the line. Drop pass. Kashani couldn't hold it. And now Lebo comes back the other way. Curta leads the charge. Curta, drop pass. Up and over the net. A nice look, but Will White just couldn't quite tap that one home. Rose coast to coast back the other way for USC. Loses his edge as he turns to shoot. And back behind the Lebo net, we see Nathan Tran reverse and try to bring it out. Up the near side looking for the Blue Devil captain, Xavier Bias. Here comes Bias as a man going towards the net. Well defended, though, by Upper St. Clair. He's getting in front of that offering was Brooks York, because there was a Blue Devil breaking towards the net. Curta that would have been in all alone in the slot. Lebo trying to keep it going. Here's Xavier Bias. Spins, but he's bumped off the puck, and York will find it for the Panthers. Up the far side now. Dumped in by Sam Kashani. Spinning away for Lebo there is Nathan Tran. Right point kept in. Tier put it on. And the stop made by Zentner, who closes the 5-hole. USC keeps it. Coming out from behind the net. The good look there for the Panthers was Ruffner, and another stop made by Zentner. Bias back the other way. Tries to go through the defense of the Panthers, but Quinn Castlin cuts him off with a great play. And now we see USC trying to move it out. That's Jordan Luca. Turned back by Mount Lebanon. Behind the USC net, here comes York. Chips it across center red. Officials wave the icing as he was on the right side of the red line, I think. Lehman moves it ahead. There comes a chance now for Liam Powers. Powers to the corner. Tier takes him to the wall. Trying to push the puck back there, looking to set up Sam Eberhard for a one-timer, but it's going to be Upper St. Clair taking it away. Here comes Justin Schuster leading the charge. He's bodied up over there. And Lehman going to bring it back. Josh Lehman bouncing it to the USC net. Laurent settles it down. Stolen by Bank. There's Charles Bank. Works his way behind the net. Bank centers. Had a man driving towards the net, but just could not connect on that centering feed to Powers. Now USC brings it back. Drag, shot, save. As Holden Taylor dragged it and shot it, and then the stop was made by August Setner. And a little poke at the puck after the play. Gets a reaction from the Blue Devils. And we'll face it off in the Lebo zone to our left. 13-11 left here in this second period. 1-1 the score. 5 shots to 1 here in the second period in favor of Upper St. Clair. They've had the better of the play here in the second frame, but August Zentner has been equal to the challenge for the home side. Spinning away is Owen Taylor. Keeping it to the Panthers, driving down the right side. They'll dump it back behind the net. Cut off. Rose, shot blocked as Tran gets a piece of that to send it wide. From the right side in front, Gallardini looking for the redirect. Ends up hitting the stick and not making it through to the net. Lynham sends it back as Rose steps into him. Centering feed, and that redirect from in front just misses as Mayer was on the doorstep. Teams exchanging chances. Only 1 goal apiece so far here. Draw will stay in the USC zone to our right. Face-off won by Mount Lebanon. Back to the left point. That try from Varhola goes wide. And along the left side here, Lynham. We battle to the corner. 4 men engaged in the scrum there on the right end boards. Along the far side it comes here. Sam Kashani trying to get it out. He's looking to put it ahead there to Ryan Spera, but pushed back into the USC zone. Second exit attempt, too far for everybody. And this will be icing against the Panthers, bringing the face-off back into the visitor zone to our right with just under 12 minutes left here in period number 2. Cameron Mayer unassisted for Mount Lebanon, 43 seconds into the game. Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski tied it up at the 13-12 mark of the opening period. Nico Gallardini got the assist on that. Sheegan-Sanowski scoring his 11th goal of the season. Gallardini keeps pace in points, picking up his 16th point of the season on that assist. As we work into the behind the USC net. Turning try goes wide. Good look there for the Blue Devils. It's Klasnick almost is able to tuck that one in. Blue Devils play it back behind the net. Try to work their way out. Wraparound attempt, blocked. Good job by Schuster. Point kept in. Not unable to get it through on that shot. Try there was Keller Dungan. Glove down. Good work there by Kyle Quigley. Centering feed just misses the stick there of Tucker Klasnick and sent back into the Lebo zone. Quigley rubbed out by Rose in front of us. Wrestler brings it back. In tight, save made. Graham Wrestler got it right into the circle and then tried to snap that one to the far side, and a good stop by Owen Laurent. So he had to stand tall to keep that one out. We get a penalty. Slashing call against Mount Lebanon's Kyle Quigley. That's going to give USC their first try with the power play tonight. Upper St. Clair on the season, converting at an 18.9% rate. Mount Lebanon's penalty kill, killing at a 67.3% clip. Point-to-point pass, big rip, score! Jackson Rose puts the mesh in motion. 5 seconds into the power play with a heavy rip on the point-to-point pass. And Upper St. Clair has their first lead of the night as Rose tallies the PPG for USC. Rose finds the net for the 5th time on the season. And Upper St. Clair gets their first lead of the evening as well. We'll wait for the official announcement for the assists on the Rose goal. Mount Lebanon quickly took the slashing penalty, and the Panthers wasted no time. 5 seconds into the man advantage. Face-off win, point-to-point pass, and Rose with a big blast. Shigan-Sanowski and Gallardini get the assist. Lebo buzzing in, tight turning shot, save made, still loose. And out it comes. Here comes Stutzman back the other way. Stutzman drops it. Shigan-Sanowski's shot fought off. Thrown back to the net, hits the outside of the mesh. Centering feed, comes back to the point. Shot through traffic, blocked. Fed back to the net, deflected wide by Gallardini. USC buzzing now after getting that go-ahead goal. Stutzman in front. Shigan-Sanowski couldn't find it. From the right point, score! Jackson Quevedo, almost the exact same play with the rip from the right point. Red light activated, and it's 3-1 Upper St. Clair with a couple of quick back-to-back goals. Quevedo's first of the season. It's 3-1 Upper St. Clair. Lebo got the first. USC has reeled off the last three, one in the first period, and then two quick tallies here. One on the power play. Shigan-Sanowski and Cooper Stutzman get the assist, so Nevin Shigan-Sanowski having himself a big night here so far. Mayer tries to drive back, and he gets bumped down as he tried to split the defense. Good work there by Upper St. Clair's Justin Schuster. So Shigan-Sanowski already has 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. Stutzman got the other assist on the Quevedo goal that came less than a minute after the USC power play goal. Lebo centers. That one took a bounce off the left pad of the keeper. Now Lynham tries to turn it over, taken away. Spera behind the Upper St. Clair net. And out with it now come the Panthers. Lead feed. Cut off. Good job there by Mount Lebanon Zachary Lynham. Spera shot, save made, no rebound, trying to find the 5-hole. And Zentner closed the door. Good feed there from Yassine Al-Shalani. Face off in the left circle. Panthers win it. Comes back to Caslin at the left point. He'll send it down the left wall. Centering feed in the slot. Shot there and just missing on that opportunity for USC was Taylor. Kept in, Tear. Bumped into and taken hard on a good check by Dungan. Battle in front of the penalty box for the puck. Powers and 2 other yellow jerseys leaning in as Lebo tries to take that puck away from Upper St. Clair's Weston Engelbert. But it's the Panthers who bring it back. Rose looks, wrists, and fires wide. Lebo trying to break it out. Upper St. Clair trying to spin it away. He's holding Taylor. Panthers have really tilted the ice in their favor after that power play goal. Gave them the 2-1 lead. Big collision here at center red as Rose runs into Tran and then gives the fans a souvenir as well. Face it off at center red. .756 left here in the second period, and a 3-1 Upper St. Clair lead. Face-off won by Lebo. Quigley trying to push it ahead. Glove down by the defense of USC. And back the other way. York couldn't thread the needle on that pass as Klasnick cuts it off, but now back the other way. York turned aside by Lebo as he breaks into the Blue Devil zone. USC got to get back on side as Sam Eberhardt tracks this one down behind the home net. Finds Quigley on the right side, and here comes Kyle Quigley. Quigley across center red, going to dump it in. Hustling after it there for Mount Lebanon's Cooper Whalen. Klasnick back behind the net for the Blue Devils as well. Defender for USC lost his stick. Eberhardt at the right point. Quigley from the wall, shot, save made there by Laurent. Centering feed broken up. Good play by Upper St. Clair's Brooks York. Loose puck ends up on the stick that is of Jordan Luca. Now the big guy gets motoring, trying to work his way back. Pocket picked by Sam Eberhardt. Tries to throw it back the other way, and good hustle by Upper St. Clair's Owen Taylor to get back. Out with it now come the Panthers, trying to push the pass ahead there, looking for Connor Ruffner. Bodies bang in the lower left corner of the Lebo zone, but the Blue Devils will bring it out. Here comes Ben Curta. Curta down the right side, throws it to the net, stick save made. As Laurent, just surrendering that first goal 43 seconds into the game, has leveled up and has stopped the next 14 shots that he's faced. Trying to work their way out. Here's Lebo. Lead feed up the left side. It's Graham Ressler. Slows it down. Now Ressler has a trailer. Xavier Bias looks it over. Drags. Bias got through the first man, but not the second, as Owen Taylor came back for Upper St. Clair to cut it off. Over to the far side, Stutzman steps into his man. And now the lead feed into Sheegan Sanowski. Finds Gallardini. Gallardini looks it over. Wrist shot, fires wide. Top line out here for USC, and they've made their presence felt. Sheegan Sanowski already has 3 points. Stutzman drags, harassed on the play, long shot. That goes wide. Gallardini, the first man there. He has it for USC, sends it back to the right point. Shot coming through traffic. Goaltender doesn't have a stick. As a matter of fact, his stick is broken. So Zettner without a blade, and he can't pick the timber up because his stick's broken. So somebody's going to the bench and get him another stick. Or one of the defensemen to give him their stick. You got a keeper with no blade. Long shot, trying to flag it down with the blocker. And diving on it there is August Zettner. And he may have covered that puck up. It might be delay a game penalty where he covered it up at. Zettner was desperate, and his teammates were oblivious to the situation that their keeper didn't lose his stick, he broke it. Zettner needs a stick. And they get him one. I think that might be Sam Shin's stick. So it's not a penalty because technically if they're, it's not. Well, they did call the penalty, okay. So delay a game against Lebo against Upper St. Clair, their second power play try of the night. And it comes back to Gallardini, looks it over, shot, redirect, save made, rebound found. Gallardini at the left point, passed off on the play there from Ruffner. Now along the right side, Rose shoots, blocker save made, rebound in front, kept out. Using that stick was Zettner as he got the wood back to keep the puck from crossing the line as Upper St. Clair buzzing on this second power play. Up the right side, Gallardini finds Rose. Rose has scored tonight, works down. Rose all the way to the net, did everything but finish. He tried to go 5-hole, and Zettner gets the left pad on it. Centering feed. So I was right. Just took a while to put on the board. Penalty being served by Mount Lebanon's Cooper Whalen. as we're halfway through this power play. And here comes York, shot partially blocked by Tran. Backhanded follow-up try by York, kept out by August Zentner. So on the season, Upper St. Clair, perfect so far through 2 games. They're 3 for 3 on the power play against Lebo. 2 for 2 back on November 20th, 1 for 1 tonight. And they have 55 seconds of power play time to work with here. Trying to add to this 3-1 lead with 3:57 left here in the second period. Face-off won by Lebo, and they'll clear. All the way back into the USC zone. Tier finds it back behind the USC net. Here comes the power play. Schuster has it stolen. Nice job by Bias, but he couldn't connect on that pass to Curta. Curta rides his man, Tier into the far boards. Good hard work here by Curta trying to kill off this penalty. Curta gets collapsed. And officials say play on as Upper St. Clair's Brooks York was just laying on his man. Final 20 seconds of the power play. Tier going to go coast to coast. Jake Tier to the top of the left circle. Tier looks to set it up. Tier skates. Tough angle shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Comes back to Schuster. Schuster to the left circle. Plays it back behind the net. Yassine Al-Shalani after it there for USC. Luca joins the fray. Penalty over. So for the first time this season, Mount Lebanon has killed an Upper St. Clair power play. Big blast from the right point. Save made. Rebound. Zentner sprawling out. Defenders down. Still loose, but Mount Lebo keeps it out. And the puck ends up off the mesh and out of play. So Zentner doing everything he could. Sprawled out, stretched out, kicking the leg out. Defenders were down there swimming. And Mount Lebanon keeps it out. Face-off in the Lebo zone. Won by the Blue Devils. Mount Lebanon scored 43 seconds into this game. USC's rattled off the next 3. Quigley drops it back to Mayer. Mayer tries to back a defensive play there by Jackson Quevedo, who found the net for the first time this season. Upper St. Clair's 3rd goal after the Jacob Rose power play goal. Those goals came quick in that second period. Taylor from the left point through traffic, redirects, and almost deflected home there by Upper St. Clair's Weston Engelbert. Centering try, turnaround effort there by Sparrow, doesn't go. And USC going to send this one out. It's going to be the length of the rink, icing the call against the home side. Face-off back into the Lebo zone to our left. Just under 2 minutes left here in this second period. And Upper St. Clair on top by the count of 3-1. Face-off one, Gallardini. Stutzman shoots, save made. Kind of handcuffed the keeper there, but Zentner got enough of it with the glove to keep it out. Rose banged into the boards in front of the USC bench as Mount Lebanon regroups in their own end to get it out. Trying to come up the left side here, looking for Schuster. He'll take it away. Bank leans on him. Also for Lebo in there on the play was Josh Lehman. Bank sends it in. Back behind the net, and Upper St. Clair after it there is Schuster. Lebo trying to drive towards the net. That's Liam Powers. Puts it on the stick there of Josh Lehman, but his shot from in tight misses. 70 seconds left here in the second period as Nevin Shigan-Sanowski brings it back, trying to work his way around Sam Eberhardt. Finds Gallardini behind the net. Gallardini spins, looking for Shigan-Sanowski. You can't turn it over. Well defended on the play by Mount Lebanon. Good work there by Nathan Tran, who's been strong on the blue line for the Blue Devils here tonight. Rose brings it back, trying to work his way around Eberhardt. Rose all the way around, tries to wrap around, cut off by Tran, who got a stick on it. Back to the right point. York looks it over. Shot bounces off of a Lebo defender and wide. And this one's headed into the stands. Heads up. Anybody in that section, I hope you weren't checking Facebook because you almost got booked in the face. Pay attention. There's no not much mesh over here. Face off in the Lebo zone to our left. 37 seconds left in the second period. Draw won by the Blue Devils. Thurs steps into a rip from the right point and fires wide. On the left side, they continue to battle. We got a whistle behind the play. I think we have a high stick on the puck. And that's going to be against Upper St. Clair. It's going to bring the face-off all the way back into the USC zone to our right with 26.2 seconds left here in this second period. USC wins the draw. Tran keeps it in at the right point. Dumps it back behind the net. Chipped in front. Mayer, backhander blocked. Good job there by Upper St. Clair's Quinn Castle. He moves it ahead now to Ryan Spera. Spera tries to go 1-on-2. Dungan cuts him off, and then Tran finds the puck. Tran moves it ahead. Will White chips it ahead. Bias late in the period. Bias has White with him. Bias in front. White! Denial! Saves it. Had to come. Owen Laurent. Huge save to end the period and keep the Upper St. Clair lead at 2. 2 chapters written here at the Mount Lebo Rec Center. At least one more still to be told. Your score in this Class AAA clash. It's Upper St. Clair 3, Mount Lebanon 1. We'll be back with your third period and some highlights after this. You're watching PIHL High School Hockey Night live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
South Fayette will have a chance. We'll talk standings later. We got some time to do that. Let's get to the action. Shot on, save made, rebound, score! Lebo strikes early. Laurent made the first 2-3 goals against average and an .833 save percentage. Chance back the other way. Bias goes all the way to the far post but can't put it in. Zachary Lynham, nobody home. Now back the other way. Here comes Upper St. Clair. Spera, rising shot, save made, and the reboards. And fed back to neutral ice. There comes a chance. Sam Kashani tries to get around him, and Kashani to the net, coming out to cut it off is August Zentner. As Sam Kashani. Battle on the far boards for it. USC comes away with it. Kashani centers, looks for Stutzman, finding his Sinowski, and he puts the mesh in motion. Gallardini trying to get around Varhola. Gallardini to the net, lost control of the puck, then puts it on. Pad save, and the rebound covered by August Zentner. Against to bang it back through the neutral zone. Comes a chance back for Xavier Bias. Bias has a trailer, looks to go in front, and the pass behind the intended target, kept in by the Blue Devils. Tier tries to take it away, he can't. Backhander, big pad save made there as Carta took it to the net strong. Sent back into the Lebo zone. Quigley rubbed out by Rose in front of us. Wrestler brings it back, in tight, save made. Mount Lebanon's penalty kill, killing at a 67.3% clip. Point-to-point pass, big rip, score! Jackson Rose puts the mesh in motion. 5 seconds into the power play. Directed wide by Gallardini. USC buzzing now after getting that go-ahead goal. Stutzman in front. Shigan Sinowski couldn't find it. From the right point, score! Jackson Quevedo. Almost the exact same play with the rip from the right point. Red light activated. 1-on-2, Dungan cuts him off, and then Tran finds the puck. Tran moves it ahead. Will White chips it ahead. Bias late in the period. Bias has White with him. Bias in front. White! Denial! Saves it. Had to come. Owen Laurent. Huge save to end the period and keep the Upper St.
PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Cross ice, and it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie! Welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham! Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Cross ice, and it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie! Welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup Playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show.
Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham! Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Back here in Mount Lebanon for the third period of this Class AAA matchup between the host Blue Devils and the visiting Upper St. Clair Panthers. PIHL High School Hockey Night live on TenbandTV. Matt Vandriak with you here tonight. It's Upper St. Clair leading Mount Lebo by the count of 3-1. Scoring recap like this. Mount Lebanon got a first goal of the game 43 seconds into this one. Cameron Mayers unassisted tally gave the Blue Devils the early lead. Upper St. Clair would tie it up at the 13-12 mark of the opening period. Nevin Shigan-Sanowski found the net. Nico Gallardini got the assist. And then the Panthers would strike. 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the second period, a power play goal. Jackson Rose set up by Nevin Shigan-Sanowski and Nico Gallardini. And then 2 minutes and 3 seconds later, Upper St. Clair would get another one. Jackson Quevedo, his first of the season, from Nevin Shigan-Sanowski and Cooper Stutzman. 3-1's where we stand. Shots on goal. Upper St. Clair 21, Mount Lebanon 16. And we have a fresh sheet out here for this third period. As left to right, the visitors move. The home team the opposite way. Dungan snaps it back into the USC end. So the mystique of this game was kind of taken away because Upper St. Clair would have needed a victory over Mount Lebanon to secure a playoff spot. But by virtue of Franklin Regional losing to North Allegheny earlier this evening, the Panthers' outcome is null and void now because they are locked into the 8th spot. They will have a first-round date in 2 weeks with top seed and defending PIHL AAA Penguins Cup champion Seneca Valley. South Fayette clinching at least 7th place. They still could move up. Could have talked about the standings a little bit. If we get a break, maybe we will. If not, check them out and stay tuned through next week. The regular season closes for all three of the 4 classifications except for Class 1A because the playoffs start next week due to the large number of teams in the single A classification. Upper St. Clair bringing it in. Backhand try. And Sparrow's stop is swallowed up by August Settner. AAA, AA, and the Division II finish out their regular season next week. Class A's playoffs will begin next week. Fourteen teams make it in single A. Top 7 from each of the 2 divisions. The division winners get an opening round bye. So tune in next week on TenbandTV. The PIHL Road to the Penguins Cup officially starts. Goodness gracious. Where'd the season go? Jake Tier back with it for Upper St. Clair. Breaks the line. Tier harassed on the play by Bias. Tier trying to work his way around a couple of Lebo players. Get some help on the play there from his teammate, Yassine Al-Shalani. But Lebo going to bring it back. 2-on-2. Bias drags it up the right side. He's taken to the wall. Good defense there by Quinn Castlin, who's been steady on the blue line for Upper St. Clair. Puck ends up in the USC bench. See where it went out at. And we'll do this draw again. Every time I hear this Offspring song, it reminds me of the movie Varsity Blues, which came out in 1999. Hard to believe that was 1, 27 years ago, and 2, hard to believe that James Vanderbeek, who played Mox, passed away at the age of 48 last week as well. Tough one to swallow there because we're all in the same age group. At least I am in the same age group, and these are starting to get real now. Anyway, Rose will dump back in here for Upper St. Clair and then finish it off with a big body check in the corner. Rose turns, shoots, and a diving effort there to knock it out of play by Mount Lebanon's Keller Dungan. Talking about solid play on the blue line. Dungan has been stellar here tonight and pretty much all season. Privilege of seeing Lebo earlier this year. Actually, I saw the previous game between these teams, that November thriller shootout win for USC back November 20th at the Ice Castle. But Keller Dungan's a guy who stood out in that game and this one for his strong defensive play. Shot to the net from the left point there by Schuster, goes wide. Bank finds it, moves it ahead. Here comes Powers. 2-on-2. Powers drags, tries to bring it back across the rink, and Schuster read it easier than a Dr. Seuss book. Schuster brings it back the other way, breaks the line. Didn't get the shot off. He may have been trying to drop that back to Luca, but Lebo going to clear. Set at the length of the rink, icing call. Face off back into the home zone to our right. Face off in the Lebo zone. And won by Mount Lebanon's William Varhola. Varhola trying to get away from the harassment of the USC players. And it's going to force Lebo to ice it, as that was Alex Hess putting some pressure on there. Varhola had no exit. Don't want to take it back in front of your net in that situation, so Mount Lebanon forced to ice it, and that'll give USC another offensive zone draw here early in this third period. 3-1 USC on top. Lebo scored 43 seconds in. USC tied it in the opening period. They got the only 2 goals in the second period as well. USC 1 for 2 on the power play. Lebo 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Face-off win. Shigensanowski in front. Stutzman. Backhander save made by August Zentner. And now here comes Will White back the other way. White cut off. Nice defense by Jacob Tier. I'll tell you what, Tier's another guy. Got to have good defense. Good defense and good goaltending gets you a long way in the postseason. Upper St. Clair has that with Jake Tier and Quinn Caslin, and Owen Laurent has been strong all season, but that big save he made at the end of the second period, by far one of his best. Gallardini backhands it in front, nobody home. Thrown back towards the net there by Shigensanowski all the way along to the far side. Caslin showing some offensive prowess. He brings it in. Caslin pushing it to the slot, nobody home. Caslin chases after it here, plays it along the boards behind the net. Gallardini back there with Dungan. Dungan over top of him as Stutzman finds the puck. Dungan there to take it away, trying to clear. Caslin keeps at the right point. Caslin dumping it down low. Dungan will find the puck. Centers. Will White takes it. And White leads a charge back 2-on-3. White across center red. Gets around Caslin. White looks it over. Tough angle shot. Fires high and wide. Trying to rip that one over the glove of Laurent, but he couldn't get it through. Hustling after it is Curta for Mount Lebanon. Ben Curta. He's had a good game for Lebo. And USC going to get it out. That's going to be Engelbert. Moves to the head of Shigensanowski. Shigensanowski leads the charge back. Shigensanowski trying to get around the defense. Well defended on the play by Upper St. Clair's Cooper Church. Centering feed, looking for Hess taken away. Hess seems to be everywhere right now. Alex Hess, the sophomore. He'll get the puck right in front of us. Turn it back into the Lebo zone. Back behind the net, hustling after it there for Mount Lebanon. It's Henry Mitchell. It's the first time we've seen Mitchell out here tonight. Up the far side, Lebo tries to get an exit, and here they come. Graham Ressler breaks the USC line. Wrister coming, blocker save made. Puck straight up in front of the net, ends up in the left circle. But the Panthers able to clear it out. Varhola regroups. D-to-D pass there, chipped into the USC zone. Cut off at center red, and unable to enter for a second there was Lebo. They had to get on side, but they also want to get a line change on. It's going to be a high stick. And going to bring the face-off back to the home zone to our right. 11:24 left here in this third period. Look at these 3A stats or standings of this real quick. Got any more updates on games tonight? There was another big one tonight. Pine Richland was playing Fox Chapel. That could impact seeding. Seneca Valley locked into the number 1 spot. Peters Township number 2. North Allegheny and Central Catholic now tied for third with 34 points, but NA has 1 game left, so they could overtake Central Catholic. This is fed back into the USC end. Thomas Jefferson, they are locked in right now to the 5th spot, but that could change as they have a game remaining. USC brings it back, fed it towards the net. Poking a stick at it there was the Lebo goaltender Zentner. Lebo plays it off the glass. We have a whistle behind the play as Rose gets involved with the Mount Lebanon defenseman on the play. I think that was Dungan. And Rose is going to be the man in the box. That was Allison Chains. Rose will sit down, and Lebo to the power play for the second time tonight. Fox Chapel and Pine Richland playing right now at the Alpha Ice Complex. That game was scoreless upon last update, so that a lot to be decided still in AAA, to be honest. There's still a lot. Upper St. Clair locked into the 8th spot. Big shot, big save by Laurent, and the rebound blocked as we get back to play here. York blocks it up. So USC and Seneca Valley in round 1. Peters Township locked into the 2nd spot. Who's going to finish 7th is still to be determined because South Fayette, with the game left, plays Pine Richland next week. And if Pine Richland does not get any points from this game here tonight, they will remain tied. So that game will be interesting. Coming back, shot on, save made. Puck comes right back to Wrestler, who was stopped. Back to the point. Curta has it cut off. Good defensive work there by USC's Holden Taylor. And the Panthers clear halfway through this Blue Devils power play. Curta skates through the left circle, backhands it wide. To the right point it goes. Wrestler out of the zone, and Bias has to regroup. Lebo got to get back on side. So the 1st, 2nd, and 8th are the only 3 cemented spots so far. As blowing a tire over there was Will White. Not so much cement, maybe stepped in a little quicksand there. Tran gets it back, 25 seconds left on the Lebo power play. Tier able to get back and cut him off, backhanded up the far boards. Can't get it past Bias, though, who's working hard. Lebo needs a little bit of momentum here. Nice move. Mayer able to shake his way around. Spare up. Centered it, looking for Tran. Couldn't get the shot off. Tier did a nice job to defend. Curta finds it, walks in. He's trying to target that one. Upper right corner and fires high and wide. Power play is over. We're back to even strength, so Lebo 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Curta through traffic from the top of the right circle, misses. USC trying to clear Mount Lebanon, keeping the buzz going. Unable to bang it out. Good work by Will White. White from the top of the right circle. That rising rip high and wide. Lebo had some looks, generating some good offense on that power play. Just unable to find the net. As we have 8:20 left here in regulation. For St. Clair on a 3-game winning streak, trying to make it 4 heading into the playoffs. This puck played back into the Lebo zone. And icing called against Mount Lebanon. Pine Richland and Fox Chapel tied at 2 in the 3rd period. That game started the same time as ours, so that's big. If Fox Chapel can even take it to overtime and keep Pine Richland from securing a full 3 points, that means next week's game between South Fayette and Pine Richland will decide 7th place. Go to PIHLHockey.com, look at the standings. You can follow right along with me. Or don't. I don't care. I don't like math anyway. Lehman sending it out. Rose tried to bring it in, but had to wait to get onside, and that gives Lebo a chance to get back the other way. Josh Lehman up the left side, and Rose able to get back, not only to take the puck away, but to put Lehman on his backside. Cross ice feed, breaking into the zone. Here's Al-Shalani. And he's cut off on a good defensive play there from Henry Mitchell by Mount Lebanon. Al-Shalani working in the scrum over there along with Weston Engelbert. Backhanded down. Center red feed, trying to look up the ice there was Lehman, and he ran into the solid body check from Quinn Castlin. And now back the other way, Al-Shalani has Kashani. Kashani tries to shoot. Good block by Church, getting back from Mount Lebanon to break that up. Al-Shalani in the corner. Tries to work his way out, sends it up the left side. Rose, top of the left circle, looks, rips, save made off the blocker of the goaltender, Zentner. Rose dumps it low. USC wants to get a fresh line on back here. Kashani pressures. Quevedo, who's found the net tonight. Quevedo tallying his first goal of the season in the final regular season game for Upper St. Clair. He got the third. An icing called against Mount Lebanon. Face off back in the Lebo zone to our right. And the draw won by Mount Lebanon as Nathan Tran reverses it back here to the near side. And a whistle behind the play. Upper St. Clair lost twice to Seneca Valley on the regular season. They lost 4-2 at the Barrow Complex back on October 23rd, and then fell 3-0 at the Ice Castle on Monday, December 22nd. A lot of teams have lost to Seneca Valley as the Raiders look to repeat as 3A champs. Will it hold chalk, or will there be another Cinderella story like last year when South Fayette was lucky number 7 and took Seneca Valley into triple overtime before the Raiders prevailed to win that Penguins Cup last season? Tier sends it back into the Lebo zone. Klasnick, little hacky sack there. So he moves it back to Tran, banks it off the boards and around. St. Clair playing smart hockey here. Haven't really forced the issue. They just let Lebo make the mistakes and then bring it back. A 2-goal lead, a chance to wrap the season up on a high note. Stutzman drops it back. Caslin tries to put it in front. Good block by Mount Lebanon's Tucker Klasnick, getting back there for the Blue Devils. As we approach 5 minutes remaining here in regulation, shot on by Luca, and the save made by August Zentner. A little bit of help on the play from Tran, who got a stick on that shot attempt from Jordan Luca. Face off to the right of Mount Lebanon goaltender August Zentner. One of the Lebo seniors getting the call in net here tonight. He's been strong, turning aside 22 of 25 shots. Sparrow makes the steal. Sparrow trying to go through everybody, gets sandwiched between Eberhard and Lynham. Still loose in the slot, taken away here by Will White. White feeds it ahead to Mayer. Cameron Mayer got the scoring started way back when, 43 seconds into the game. Leba's not found the net since, however. USC scored 3 times, and they lead 3-1 here as we approach 4:20. Rob Van Dam would be happy about that here in this third period. Shigan-Sanowski tries to drop it back to Gallardini, and Mayer going to bring it back the other way across center red, leads a charge 3-on-3, drops it to White. White looks it over, and he rips that one high as a waving at it with the mitt was Laurent. Chipped ahead. Turned back at center red by Varhola. And back behind the net, Schuster for USC. Sending it out here up the right side. Gallardini moves it ahead. Sparrow drops it back. Shigan-Sanowski's stick lifted. Nice back check there by Xavier Bias. Push towards the net. Good work there by Lebo's Ben Kurt in his own zone. And there comes Curta back. Going to go coast to coast. Curta racking up the frequent flyer miles. Drop pass. And Ressler tried to make another pass. Would have had a shot there from the left circle. Lebo's been guilty of trying to make one too many passes a couple times here tonight. As Upper St. Clair dumps in. Chasing after it there for the Panthers. Zingelbert over to the far side. And slowed down by Jackson Rose. Rose dumps it in. Back behind the Lebo net there is Cooper Church. Church sends it into his own bench. Assistant coach caught one there. That stings. Off the bare hand. Looks no worse for wear. Face-off moves back into Lebo zone. Just under 3 minutes left here in regulation. Face-off, one shot on blocked. Follow-up, flag down out of the air there by Ruffner. Shot on, save made. Good look there from the right side by Upper St. Clair's Brooks York. Better save by August Zettner. It's been tested a lot tonight, and that was one. There was a lot of traffic around and a tough angle shot, but Zettner kept it out. Sticks lifted, puck in the mesh, and then bodies bang afterwards. Face-off will come out to the neutral zone here, as it was last touched by USC before. Now it's going to stay in. Been wrong before. A couple times tonight, actually. Probably will happen again during the playoffs. Face-off to the right of Lebo goaltender August Zettner. And sent back to neutral ice, where USC's Caslin moves it ahead. Holden Taylor can't break it into the Lebo zone. Dungan back to his defense partner there, Nathan Tran. Tran up the right side. Puck going to float back to the USC goal, and Laurent will cover it up and take no chances. 2:13 left here in regulation, and a face-off in the Upper St. Clair zone. I wonder if Jeremy Church would consider pulling his goaltender here for the extra attacker, or if Lebo's just going to ride out this last 2:13. They'll have one more left with the Blue Devils next week. They're going to take the TO and talk about it here as Mount Lebanon wraps up their regular season next Thursday night at the Barrel Complex in Warrendale against #1 Seneca Valley. Not sure what type of lineup the Raiders might put out for that one, as there's nowhere for them to go either. Although you probably want to get a little bit of work in before the playoffs. For the teams whose season end this week, that's tough to have almost 2 weeks off before you start that postseason journey. But it does give guys time to heal, so that's always a good thing as well. Get an update on that Fox Chapel Pine Richland game for the South Fayette faithful who are interested, or people who are interested in playoff seeding. Still 2-2. Maybe heading towards overtime on that one. 8 teams in AAA make the playoffs. 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5. Of course, the playoffs do start next week, the Penguins Cup playoffs, and we'll have coverage for you here on TenbandTV as the single A bracket gets underway. So that regular season in Class A ends this week. 14 single A teams make the playoffs. Lebo keeps it, feeding it down low. Now back to the right wing, now back to the point. Shot through traffic, deflects wide off the stick there of Nathan Tran. Net empty to our right, so the extra attacker on here for the Blue Devils. Centering feed, misses the stick of Ressler. And now a chance back the other way. Stutzman a long way from home. Going to be called for icing as he tried to put that one on. Looking for the ENG. Can't get it. The faceoff moves back into the USC zone to our left. With 1:45 left here in regulation, 1:45 left here in the Upper St. Clair regular season, as they are officially locked, ticket punched for the postseason. Curta from the left point, shot through traffic, blocker to side by Owen Laurent. Curta keeps it in here at the left point. Pressured by Rose, stolen, long distance shot, goal! Ryan Spera, empty net goal, and the exclamation point, Upper St. Clair, 4-1 with 1:26 left. And Spera caps it off with the ENG. Spera's 5th of the season. We'll put the wraps on this one as Upper St. Clair sweeps their South Hills rivals this season. First game was a thriller back in November at the Ice Castles. Lebo had a 4-1 third period lead before Upper St. Clair rallied, almost stealing it here. Laurent covers. Sparrow's goals unassisted. That first meeting, 4-1 Lebo led in the third. USC battled back, scored the game-tying goal with 62 seconds left in regulation, then won in a shootout. Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski had 2 goals in the game and then got the shootout winner as well. And USC is going to need a big effort from Sheegan-Sanowski and Nico Gallardini as they head into the postseason. That matchup looming against Seneca Valley. This shot is deflected into the meshing as Tran tried to put it on and Stutzman sends it into orbit. Face-off over in the right wing circle. 56.7 seconds left in regulation. Face-off won by USC. Stutzman going to bring it back. Can't get it through center red. Tier makes the steal. That one hits the, what do you call that? The truss? The truss. Yeah? Yeah. We'll go with that. Truss. Abutment. Rafters. Any one of those. It's your choice. Call it what you like. Truss. Face-off won by Mount Lebanon. And into the lower corner. Lebo, the final 40 seconds here of this one, down 4-1. Trying to center, looking for Quigley. Can't track the bouncing puck. Pushes it back to Tran at the right point, who has to bring it back to the neutral zone. Dungan, long distance rip. Flag down with the glove by Laurent, who's been strong tonight. Laurent making 19 saves on 20 shots. The only one that beat him was the first shot of the game. Lebo trying to wrap around as Klasnick putting it in front. A whole conglomeration of bodies there, but it's Stutzman who brings it back, and he'll softly dump it in, ticking down the final 5 seconds here of this game tonight. So Upper St. Clair finishing the regular season strong. The Panthers win their final 4 of the 25-26 regular season campaign, heading to the playoffs hot as they defeat Mount Lebanon here 4-1 tonight, and they will face Seneca Valley in 2 weeks in the opening round of the Class AAA playoffs. Final from Lebo again. It's Upper St. Clair 4, Mount Lebanon 1. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed watching as much as we did bring it to you. We appreciate you watching PIHL High School Hockey Night live on TenbandTV. Make sure you tune in next week. The playoffs start. The road to the Penguins Cup, Class A style. Next week, follow the PIHL or TenbandTV on social media. We'll have dates and games for you as soon as they are announced. Final score again here from Mount Lebanon, Upper St. Clair 4, Mount Lebo 1. Matt Vandrick saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on TenbandTV. Good night, everyone.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
South Fayette will have a chance. We'll talk standings later. We got some time to do that. Let's get to the action. Shot on, save made, rebound, score! Lebo strikes early. Laurent made the first 2-3 goals against average and an .833 save percentage. Chance back the other way. Bias goes all the way to the far post but can't put it in. Zachary Lynham, nobody home. Now back the other way. Here comes Upper St. Clair. Sparrow, rising shot, save made, and the reboards. And fed back to neutral ice. Here comes the chance. Sam Kashani tries to get around him, and Kashani to the net, coming out to cut it off is August Zentner. As Sam Kashani. Battle on the far boards for it. USC comes away with it. Kashani centers, looks for Stutzman, finding his Sanowski, and he puts the mesh in motion. Gallardini trying to get around Varhola. Gallardini to the net, lost control of the puck, then puts it on. Pad save, and the rebound covered by August Zentner. Gets to bang it back through the neutral zone. Comes a chance back for Xavier Bias. Bias has a trailer, looks to go in front, and the pass behind the intended target, kept in by the Blue Devils. Tier tries to take it away, he can't. Backhander, big pad save made there as Carta took it to the net strong. Sent back into the Lebo zone. Quigley rubbed out by Rose in front of us. Wrestler brings it back. In tight, save made. Mount Lebanon's penalty kill, killing at a 67.3% clip. Point-to-point pass, big rip, score! Jackson Rose puts the mesh in motion. 5 seconds into the power play. Wide by Gallardine. USC buzzing now after getting that go-ahead goal. Stutzman in front. Shigan Sanowski couldn't find it. From the right point, score! Jackson Quevedo. Almost the exact same play with the rip from the right point. Red light activated. 1-on-2, Dungan cuts him off, and then Tran finds the puck. Tran moves it ahead. Will White chips it ahead. Bias late in the period. Bias has White with him. Bias in front. White! Denial! Saves it. Had to come. Owen Laurent. Huge save to end the period and keep the upset for Class 1A because the playoffs start next week due to the large number of teams in the single A classification. Upper St. Clair bringing it in. Backhand try. And Sparrow stop change as they have a game remaining. USC brings it back. Fetty get towards the net. Poking a stick at it there was the Lebo goaltender Zentner. Lebo plays it off the glass. And Mayer going to bring it back the other way across center red. Leads a charge 3-on-3. Drops it to White. White looks it over, and he rips that one high. As a waving at it with the mitt was Laurent. There was a lot of traffic around and a tough angle shot, but Zentner kept it out. Sticks lifted. Puck in the mesh, then bodies bang afterwards. It in here at the left point. Pressured by Rose, stolen, long distance shot, goal! Ryan Sparrow. TV on social media will have dates and games for you as soon as they are announced. Final score again here from Mount Lebanon, Upper St. Clair 4, Mount Lebo 1. Matt Vandrick saying thanks for watching.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.